Had a little work trip and all that kind of stuff. Back at it. And a few people online, but there's also a couple on the Infinity Evolved expert there. So, people are spreading around, playing both servers. That's exactly what I want to see. And, it's a little bit of a slower night, which is okay by me because I just got back from a 2-day work trip. And I'm a little tired, not gonna lie. As you can see, though, I have gotten a decent number of iron stiffed meshes, and I did do quite a bit of sieving and whatnot for resources. So let's take a look at our resources here. So we have a decent amount of gunpowder. We got some more black quartz. We have quite a few things overall. Up here, look at that: 8 diamonds, a little bit of redstone. A whole stack of glowstone dust. We're almost at a stack of iron as well. We're doing not bad at this point. Not bad at all. And I think now's the time where we can start looking at some automation. Or trying to get some automation. Like getting this cobblestone automatically into like gravel. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So gravel itself can be made with mystical agriculture, which is just basically your magical crops mod now in 1.10.2. But we can squeezer it. Now the squeezer does work. It does. It does indeed. It's slow. You got to jump on it. It's very manual, all that kind of stuff. Hammering, again, manual. Mana infusion, well, that's not an option. Immersive engineering crusher. Okay. Very expensive. Alchemy table. Interesting. I actually don't know how difficult this would be to do. Crushed coal, coal powder, and all that type of stuff. Coal sand in a crusher. I don't know. It might be something that you could do. You could maybe jump right into blood magic. I'm not going to at this point in time. Sag mill is a wonderful device. The thing with the sag mill that's nice is you can actually put in compressed blocks to get the next, like, uncompressed. So you can actually do like compressed gravel to get compressed sand. How sweet is that? I don't think you can do compressed cobble, though. But you know what? You might be able to. Hold on. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can. So you can do compressed cobblestone and get compressed gravel, which is sweet. And that gives you a chance of getting 2 for 1. So you do have a pretty good chance there, which is nice. And you also get flint, which means now you no longer have to sieve for flint. So that's pretty sweet, and you might even get a little bit of sand on top of that. You can do double compressed gravel. Oh my. Oh my. Alright. So sag mill is definitely the way to go here, I think. Void resource miner, hammer, and the last but not least, and probably really actually quite easy to get, is the crusher itself. Now, all of these were to get some gravel, and there were a few sand options in there as well. Now, to get dust, it's a little bit more complicated. Obviously, the immersive engineering, there's the hammers, crafting from compressed dust. There's the crusher. Okay, so the crusher from actually additions will crush sand into dust. That is actually really good to know. The other way that we could go is the X-compressum way. Oh, wait, I got to do the X-compressum. We could do the auto hammer, right? Very straightforward, uses RF, hammers things just like you would hammering, and all that kind of stuff, okay? There's the compressed hammer, there's the auto sieve, all that type of stuff. But I think for right now, because we already have like the sieving tower going up, I'm okay doing a little bit of manually sieving, but I'd like to get all the different resources. So let's start working on that a little bit. I really want to expand this out. I don't want this to be here. This little cobble gen and all that type of stuff, I'm actually thinking that it should be a part of this tower. So we should actually have the cobble gen, and all of the resources per level for us to use, right? So maybe we have like a little panel here or something like that with gravel, sand, dust, and then maybe we even get like soul sand down the road and whatever else we can sieve at the various levels. And then you have the same thing on the next level, etc. So I think that's my end goal game for this and getting all that done. I'm also thinking maybe like an elevator or something down the road here, maybe just over on this side where you go in, you hit a screen. I have to figure out how to do that to go up to the level you want. So, hey, I want diamond meshes. Boop, you hit that. You'll go all the way up to the 4th floor. And then once you get up there, well, automatically you have all of your gravel, sand, and dust, whichever you want to sieve, boom, sieve it. Okay? I think that's what I'm going to do for now. I know that that's a lot of infrastructure for something that's manual in the end, but I think that could be pretty cool. It'll be nice to have that functionality available to us overall. Over here, the farm seems to be doing quite well. No real concerns over here. It's growing, not very quickly or anything, but it's still growing, and that is fantastic by my books. So, yeah, I'm going to chop down this tree because I can. All right, good. And it clear up some more room. So, I want to have some sort of a system over there to make this thing work. Where am I going to put it? That is a good question. Do we want it to be a visible system? It could. We could maybe even hide it behind here. We do have a 3-wide gap. If we do place down covers or like walls all the way around, it'll only be a 2-wide gap in the back here. So we could potentially put it above or in between, maybe some sort of a drawer system for our actual pulling of inputs from right here. So that only gives us 1 block. Now, thankfully, those little cobble gens are only 1 block as well, and we should be able to use that to our advantage as we upgrade it, and we can upgrade the other ones and all that type of stuff to try to capitalize on the efficiency of those products. So I think that's what I'm planning on doing. So I'm going to move this guy, which is a tier 2. I believe the next step from there is the diamond one. Yeah, 8 diamonds. Ooh, we could do that. I don't think it's necessary, though. I don't think it's necessary at our current point in time. Tier 4 is blaze. Tier 5 is emerald. So there's quite a few upgrades there, which is really awesome. Okay, good. Let's just do that and that and get all the things. Thank you. We'll put the crook back. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. All right. Save all the things. Save all the things. Okay. So we have our cobble gen. We need to get a way of crushing it down as much as possible. So we might have to use a combination of the different crushers to get this to work. Now, obviously, I would like to go sag mill down the road, but I think early on, extra utilities 2 is still the way to go, in my personal opinion. And then we can also look at getting the actually additions crusher to go from the sand to the dust, right? So this crusher should get us the gravel, and I believe also the sand. So we might need another one of these. Let's just confirm here. Nesting pen chickens, sag mill, crusher. Yeah, so that crusher can also go from gravel to sand. So we're going to have that with a 10% chance to get sand. So that'll be our gravel. And then we're going to need some of that gravel to get crushed into sand to get at least those 2 options available to us with a spruce drawer. So, how are we going to pull this off? Great question. I have no clue. All right. So first things first, let's get some drawers, I guess. Let's do some dark oak. Why not? Let's do dark oak drawers this playthrough. We'll just do that. We'll get a whole bunch of chests here. And we're only going to be doing the basics. So let's do 6. Sure. Let's do 6 of them. 6 of the basic dark oak drawers. Yeah, that should work. And then in one of them, or we'll do 2 at a time. We'll set up both. That's a good idea. We probably also should get a lock or a key, but we will handle that as well. So, first things first. Oh, I can't place it on that, really? Okay, that's fine. We'll do that, that, and that. Good. And the drawers. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. You know what? We might be able to just do it like this. Okay. So that will be... Nope, 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 nope. That's fine. Okay. Like that and like that. Alright, good. This guy, come back to me. Thank you. Server restart in 30 minutes. Balderdash. Balderdash. Alright. So that's good. I think that's good. Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay. Why was that not letting me place that? Anyways, good. So we got the drawers. I'm going to make sure that they're all appropriately in place. So that's where our drawers are going to be themselves. Why are those breaking one at a time? Anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. So this one is going to be, say, gravel. Okay. And sand and dust. Okay, good. Can I actually do this, please? Can we go like that or something? There we go. That'll work. That'll work. All right, good. So there we go. So those are our first three. And then up above here, we're going to do the exact same thing. Now those are at one above the sieves. Good. And right one above the sieves, we're going to do the next three. Good. So we're kind of making a little bit of a tower here. At the moment, it's floating. We might do something with that. We'll see how that all works out. And we can start getting our resources put together, which is good. In the backside, though, we are going to need some pipes. We're going to need some way of getting the resources to where they need to be, as well as processing them. Okay? So, how can we do that? At this point in time, we don't have the most options available to us. What do we even have for pipes? Not much, because Ender IO is... Well, we don't have an alloy smelter and all that type of stuff. So I'm thinking we have to go hopper. Yeah, I think we will. I think we will have to hopper this into place. So let's start putting a few placeholders down, a la Direwolf style. So if we're having gravel in here, for example, we can have our crusher. Can we have our crusher there? No, because we need to then hopper it out of the crusher, correct? So we're going to need to hopper it out. So our crusher is going to need to be right there. We're going to have a hopper there going into that drawer. That'll be our gravel drawer at that point in time. And that will be our extra utilities crusher. Good, 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 good. But to get it into that crusher, we are going to need the hopper. What was that? What was that making noises? Okay, like so. So that's going to do that. We're going to start to get some cobble in here. Good. Just decided to fill it up instead of worrying about it. And that's going to push into the crusher itself. So we're going to have cobble going right into the crusher that needs to be powered, obviously. And then I'm going to need another hopper putting it directly into that drawer. Now the problem that we have with hoppers is there's the ability to get two different resources from it. We can also get sand. And that might mess this whole thing up. And we might need to get some actual item conduits or something like that. Could we do transfer nodes? We could do transfer nodes with a filter. We could go that route. How am I going to pull this off overall? Let me think about this and we will get it all figured out. Okay, so we're back here and I think we're doing pretty good. So I've decided that a hopper into the drawer isn't going to work very well. We're going to need different stuff here, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But what I did is I made a new platform. I'm just kind of duplicating the other ones at this point in time. I haven't officially decided on a full-on plan for the base yet, so if you guys have any, let me know. But for right now, we're just kind of doing little sections here and building out as we go. So what we need to work on is we need to get some extra utilities to power. Either way, no matter which way we shape it, we need to get that done. All right, now to get the crusher, we're going to need a machine block. We're going to need some pistons. We're going to need some iron, all that kind of stuff. But more importantly is this is going to require grid power. I love grid power. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. It's almost too easy, but it's awesome at the same time. So it's one of those fine little details that's, you know, makes things a little complicated. But anyways, what we need to do is we need to work on getting ourselves some sort of extra utilities to generator. Now, we can definitely go with something like this. So we can go with a survival generator or a furnace generator. Now, of course, the furnace generator does cost a little bit more than the survival gen, and I really want to try this survival gen. So 5 cobble, an iron, a furnace, and 2 redstone. I am actually very curious to see how this works. So we got that, we got that, we got that. Beautiful. Let's quickly make ourselves a furnace, and boom, let's make our survival gen. Okay, perfect. And I want to just take a stack of coal. Why not? For right now, we're going to take a stack of coal. Now, I don't anticipate this to be the be-all, end-all for our grid power, of course, but I just want to take a quick little look. So we're generating RF. Oh, wait, that generates RF, doesn't it? I didn't want that. Well, yeah, that's right. That generates RF, which we will need, right? We will need that, won't we? We will need that. Okay, so that's going to generate our RF for us. Correct. Wow. That lasts a very long time. 13 minutes. Holy cow. And 80,000 RF at 5 RF per tick. Wow. Okay. So that'll give us our RF for our machine as well, because the crusher does require that too. So let's just jump ahead and get our crusher. So we need 4 of you. We're going to need, I think it was 8 iron total. Let's just get our crusher. No, we needed 2 more. There we go. 10 iron plus the 2 pistons. So 2 more of that as well. So let's get our pistons first. 2 pistons. Boom. Boom, boom. And boom, boom. Good. Okay, 1, 2 pistons. Good. We're going to need a machine frame. Like so, with a chest. Machine block, I should say the correct term. And boom, there's our crusher from extra utils as well. So this does require 2 different things. So we're going to need RF as well as, I think we need some grid power for it as well. So this survivalist gen, pretty early on, pretty straightforward, will supply us with some RF. So this guy, this crusher, is going to go right there. We're going to start to see the cobble coming in. And then just on the back side of this is where I want to place in our coal to generate the RF. Now, as you can see, that's starting to fill up. It's going to be slow until we get enough RF to really process this crusher, okay? Because we're only making 5 RF per tick from that. I guess we could have gone up to a furnace generator or even potentially a culinary gen. We could have done that as well. And that requires a furnace gen, hey? Anyways, what we should see here is we should get gravel and or sand out of this guy. And we got both. Beautiful. Okay. So that's working very, very slowly at this point in time. Too slowly, but we can simply fix that just by adding more power. Okay. Now there is ways so you can upgrade this to make more power per coal or whatever as well. But for right now, that's a pretty good setup. Now, we could have probably just done a sag mill at this point with an auto compactor from X-Compressum to go that route. And now that I'm thinking about it, that might have been better. Might have been. I don't know. Because no matter what, we're kind of restricted to the 5 RF per tick back here. So maybe going that survivalist route really isn't the correct route to go on this type of system. What else do we have? Magmatics. Magmatics would be nice, but I think we're kind of restricted to where we are at this point in time. We could... What does the overclock generator require? Because we could make this. I wonder what it actually requires. I wonder if anybody's tried it. Let's find out. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. So what I'm thinking is, let's make ourselves a furnace gen. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? So we're going to make the furnace generator itself. So we're going to do that. We need to get ourselves another furnace, so that's fine. We're going to need a couple more pieces of redstone. I'm kind of experimenting at this point with the different setups here. So we have that. That's a furnace gen. Now this guy is going to give us 16,000 RF at 40 RF per tick. So you get less RF, but you get more RF output. Okay. Now I'm curious as to what the overclock generator does and what it uses. There's no description as to say what it actually uses. Culinary gen, we could just use food with it. We do have the farm. We could look at that, but then food could come in question. We might run out and all that kind of stuff. So I wonder if we shouldn't try that. That's just so expensive. Well, you know what? I already have to edit this video and do the rendering and all that type of stuff because we already had to make a cut for my family thing that I needed to do. So I think I'm going to do another cut here, and I'm going to look this thing up. The overclock gen. Is there a book, actually, for extra utilities? I don't remember if there is or not. I don't think there is. So, yeah, I'm going to look it up, I think. Let's look it up. Alright, so, the furnace generator gives you 16,000 RF per tick at 40 RF per tick. The overclocked only gives you 1.6K, but it gives you very fast energy generation. So the furnace generator is quite good. I'm going to use that probably later on to convert into some of the other ones, whether it be culinary, potion, explosive, probably magmatic. That's probably the way I'm going to go. So that's good to know. But I'm going to actually switch it on over to the Actually Additions coal generator. I'm hoping this works with the setup and how we're doing it. So we're just going to do one of these. The advantage to the coal generator is, let me demonstrate. So if I apply that to that, boom, what happens here is you are going to be getting 48,000 RF. If I'm not mistaken, this is correct. I believe you get, yes, 48,000 RF per coal. Per coal. Okay? And it is transferring out faster than this machine is working. Okay, now, here's the thing, okay? I definitely recommend this. Hands down, this is probably the fastest and most efficient use of your coal. The Survivalist Gen is going to give you more RF, but at a slower transfer rate, which is really good, but I am pretty sure this is the best one early game, Actually Additions. Don't quote me on that though, but it's pretty darn good. I think it transfers out at like 100 RF per tick, or it's like 80 RF per tick, or it's something crazy. It's something crazy either way. So we have things functioning and they're working for us. That's the main goal here, and that's the main point that we need to bring across to you guys. So we have a fully functioning system. How does that sound? That sounds pretty darn good to me. Okay. We have a few extra machine blocks. We'll put those away for right now. But what we need to do now is we need to get those out of the crusher and into their respective drawers. And I think we're just going to use transfer nodes from extra utilities too. Pretty cheap overall and very effective. We need some stone slabs, which is basically just any stone type system. So let's get a little bit of that going. How much are we going to need? We're going to need at least 3. And then I think it was 2 more for the actual transfer node itself, indeed. And I would like to see about the item filters. Yeah, we're good to go there. Okay, so we're going to need 5? 5 stone. Sure. Sure. Let's do it. We are also going to need a piece of glass. So let's get that going. Can we just use this on it? Yeah, we can. Good. I don't even care. Do not care. All right, good. Good. I don't want to waste. Beautiful. 1 and 1. Okay, piece of glass. Do we need 2? Oh, we might need 2. We might need 2. We need 2. We needed 2. We needed 2. Everybody, we needed 2. It's fine. It's no big deal. All right, boom, boom. Another piece of glass. Good. Boop, boop. All right, nailed it. Nailed it. All right, we're going to need a little bit of redstone. I think it's 3 total that we're going to require. And what else do we need? That's it. A chest. We have a chest. Beautiful. Okay. We might also need a wrench. I'm not positive on that, but let's see what we actually require here for the setup. Let's see what we can do. So, boom, boom. That's going to give us some transfer pipes. Excellent. We got we got that. There's our transfer node for items. Okay. I wonder if we can still use a stick. I don't know if this is a thing in 1.10.2. It used to be in 1.7.10, but it might not be a thing anymore. So there we go. We're getting gravel. Perfect. Now, I might need to put in an item filter of sorts, but we will find out. Okay, gravel is going into the drawer. Beautiful. Now, are we going to pull out the sand? That is my next question. And that question is also, yeah, we don't need to really adjust that, do we? I think we're good to go. As long as it pulls out the sand. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now we're clogged up with sand. The sand has nowhere to go. That's perfect. So let's do this. Boom. Now the sand has a place to go. We now have gravel and sand. I do want to just double check something. Can you adjust? No, you can't with a stick. Okay, you obviously probably need a wrench now. All right, so that gives us gravel and sand for this system. We're using the crusher with our RF to get the gravel and sand that we require. It's still a little slow. I already said that. We can look at starting to do some speed upgrades in a few here. And I just pulled out some cobble for some strange reason. It's fine. No big deal. But that should give us a decent amount. And we can just let this run, and it'll go and go and go. The next step would definitely be, instead of this, let's see about using transfer nodes again instead of the hopper. I'm kind of changing my mind midway here. So we got the torch. Good. Tiny torch. Get torched. No. Boom. Okay, all lit up. Excellent. So if we go like this, are we getting cobble? Beautiful. That is what I wanted to see. Okay, good. We can put more in there, and we can then pipe it in like so, and then we can expand on this system as we go. So we can actually make more crushers, which is probably going to be easier, except for maybe power, than actually upgrading this. We'll find out. We will find out as we go here because, yeah, it burns through the coal quick. Those overclocked, but that system is working, understandably so. Now I'm kind of curious as to what a sag mill is going to cost me here. Does require the capacitor, a little bit of gold. Okay, it's basic recipes, so we could look at doing the sag mill. I'm just thinking off the top of my head if it's even worth it. So that goes in there. Gravel, we still have a 10% chance for sand. So the only thing we're gaining is flint out of that system with a small chance for a double gravel. Comparing that to this system here with the crusher for gravel, which is right here, we're only going to ever get one gravel from it with a 10% chance of sand. And that takes 4,000 RF and 10 seconds. This will take, I don't know if it'll actually tell me, 2,400 RF. So that takes less power too. Ooh. That is quite tempting. So it takes less power for the sag mill. Huh. I actually didn't know that. Now, we can upgrade this pretty easily, so I think I'm going to keep this system in place. I'm not even sure where we're at for video time, but what I'm thinking is let's keep that system in place, and let's keep that in place like that, and let's look at generating some actual grid power here. Okay, so extra utilities, we can start generating some grid power. We're going to need a manual mill. Now for a manual mill, we're going to need some polished stone. Oh, this is the problem here, right? I don't have an ender shard. Ender gravel. Crushed end stone. 2% chance. That's it. Crushed end stone. How can we make end stone? Enderman essence and stone. Fluid rock transformation with lava. Maybe we'll have to go that route before we can start getting some grid power. I'm kind of second guessing myself now that we shouldn't have gone with the sag mill. Yeah, you know what? Let's quickly make one. I've completely second guessed myself out of this entire thing with the crusher. So let's quickly make ourselves a basic capacitor. Let's get some iron. We're going to need at least 6, 10. I think we need more than that. We're going to need some iron bars. Good. That's going to get us this setup, the machine chassis. Beautiful. I'll stick that in there. I think we need 4 more. Yes, and we're going to need some flint. Do I have some? I do. Beautiful. Okay, flint, that, and we're going to need 1 more piston. So 1 of that, 1 of that. Okay. I think that this is smart. I think we're doing a good thing here. I don't know. We're probably wasting resources, and that's fine too. I'm not too concerned. We are doing fun things. That's the main thing. So, I want to take this sag mill. What does the auto compressor takes an entire block with that from X compression. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, let's take that, and instead let's do that. Boom. Max 20 RF per tick. We got some cobble coming in. That's working way faster. That is working way faster. Indeed. Okay. All right. Good stuff. It's also using less power. And we just got some flint. Okay. Now, flint. What am I going to do with the flint? We need to put that back in to there. So let's remove that. And that. Good. So I just want to stick the flint back in. Yeah, that way we get the extra output chance. So flint, when there is an extra output chance, it is going to give us a better opportunity of getting more sand and more gravel overall. But it does increase the power, if I remember correctly, required to operate. Is that correct? We need another piece of flint to come in. Come on, Flint. Where you at? Where you at, Flint? Let's go. Let's go, Flint. No, we got no flint. No flint. The flint is ripped. We could just actually go grab one. Alright, that doesn't. I'm going to get one. Going to get one. So flint itself in a sag mill does, let's see, main output bonus 120%, bonus output 125%. Oh, it's actually a power reduction. So cycling through that flint is actually going to be very beneficial for us. I should actually set up a drawer for the flint, I think. Instead, maybe right beside here with an auto input from that side. I think I'm going to do that instead. So I'll leave that going. We're going to have a decent amount of gravel, which is great. And I'm going to change it up with a drawer type system. So let's quickly get ourselves a chest, boom, and a drawer. Good. We're not going to get very much of this, but I think it's going to be beneficial. The one problem that we're going to have is we are actually going to need to lock these drawers. So let's quickly get ourselves the storage drawer key. Storage drawers, there we go. The drawer key to lock and unlock. Gold nuggets, and the upgrade template. Okay, so let's quickly get ourselves another setup here. We need another drawer to get ourselves the upgrade template. Boom, and like that. Good. And then we're going to need 2 gold, 1 nugget to complete this task. Okay, drawer key. Alright, so this will allow us to lock the drawers so that we're not mixing up things from going into different areas. Good. Okay, let's disable this. We're going to place this guy down like that and see it put sand in there. That is not what we want to go in there. We want sand to go in there. We're just going to lock that right now, and we'll go and get an actual piece of flint and put it in the system. Okay, and this will be a great test to confirm that this is indeed working. So we're going to put in a flint. Obviously, we're not gaining enough flint to really be of value here of a buffer. But we'll do it like that, and then we'll go pull. So it pulled in the flint. Now we have 0 flint, but we got the bonus for the next however many cycles that we're going with. We just got like 4 gravel from that one. We're getting 2. We're getting a lot more output here. So, of course, not everyone is going to be a higher output, but that is pretty darn good. I am very happy with this. Our coal gen seems to be holding up okay. Not sure if it will maintain that after the flint's gone or not, but I guess we can find out as we go. I can always put another one on the other side here if we want to increase the power capacity of this, or the power input type thing of this system. So the little things, right? But anyways, we got a couple stacks of gravel. We're good to go there. Outside of that, taking that gravel, and we can put that into, well, basically we can crush that down, right? Can do the squeezer. We could get another sag mill to get our sand and even more flint, which isn't necessarily a bad idea. Is not necessarily a bad idea. We could also just use our crusher that we have already to do it. But like I said, 4000 RF, 10 seconds, it is definitely slower than the sag mill. And it uses more power. But with this, and going with this, we'd actually get a little bit more flint, which could aid overall in the system of supplying flint to our machines as well. So we can definitely look at doing a few things with that. We could pull out of this drawer with gravel and into another sag mill, maybe on the back side here, with an auto output, or we can then tap back in to the system from the underside of that. So that would require another sag mill, which requires more iron and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to wait. We have all of this cobble. We're good to go on that front. It's grinding down into the gravel, which is awesome. We have all of this cobblestone here as well. I'm actually going to make a drawer for all of this cobble because we have too much. Good. And yeah, I think that's basically... I think we're pretty good. I think we're doing very well. I'm definitely not progressing as fast as some of the others on the server. There's a large group, a large team that's really progressed quite quickly and has actually done a very good job of building as well. Maybe we'll be able to do like a tour of their base at some point. Oh my, we're loaded up, eh? Okay. Well, anyways, I think that's going to be it for now. I need to get a few other things put together. I'm kind of out of time for tonight as well. I'm very tired. After the 2-day work trip there, I am quite... There's a red dot. There's an Enderman. There's an Enderman. There is an Enderman. Oh my. Okay, can we kill him? I mean, the hatchet does... Where's the damage? Well, 4.08. This is only too high. He shouldn't be able to get to us, right? So if we give him a floor to stand on, good, and we attack, he fell off. He fell off. He fell off the world. That might literally be the worst Enderman I've ever seen in my life. Rip. Rip. That's all I can say is rip. Worst Enderman ever. I goofed that up. I goofed it up. It's fine. No big deal. We'll get another one. He wasn't going to give me his Ender Ball anyways. It's fine. All right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Over here, by the way, I plan on setting up my grid power. That is the plan for that. So I'm going to start putting some of that together after we need to get lava going, I guess, so that we can get the ender thing. Or if I would have gotten an ender pearl, that would have been helpful. But it's fine. No big deal. It's perfectly fine. All right, that's it. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good one.